All right, guys, we are on our one of the last two passages for the week. This is called Pick and Choose. We're kind of familiar with our format by now. We'll read over the passage, we'll answer the questions, look at strategies to help us, and we'll go ahead and knock this out. All right, read along with me. In Korea, people mark a child's first birthday with a celebration called Toy. On this occasion, it is believed that babies pick their future. The child sits at a table covered with different objects. If the child picks a string, it means a long life. Everyone should pick that. If a baby picks money or rice, it indicates a business career. A musical instrument means the child will become an artist. That's a good choice. A special rice cake soup is served at toy celebrations. I think cake and ice cream are better. All right. So, this particular passage is talking about Korean people and what they do with their children on their first birthday. It also tells about that they believe that on their first birthday, the object that the child picks represents what their future will be like, okay? And this is just beliefs that happen in different cultures. Cultures believe different things, and this is one belief about the Korean culture, okay? And we are going to go ahead and jump right into our questions. Now, we've been talking about fact and opinion all week, guys. So, we should know when we say fact, we're looking at truth. And opinion equals thoughts. Okay, and that's something that I've been kind of talking about throughout the week. Fact equal opinion, fact equals truth, opinion equals thoughts, okay? Now, let's go back and look. Write a fact or opinion next to each sentence. The child sits at the table covered with different objects. If this is true, let's go back up in our passage and see. Right here gives me the exact sentence. It tells me that this is something that happens with the Korean culture on the child's first birthday. So we know that this is a fact. Okay? Everyone should pick that. Let me put in a different word. Everyone should pick music. Everyone should pick dance. That is kind of what happens here. This is a thought. So this represents an opinion. Okay, and the last one, a special rice cake soup is served at a toy celebration. That one's on you. Go through and look at and determine if that's a fact or an opinion. All right, main idea of the paragraph. Remember when we talk about main idea, we're looking at the focus. What is a paragraph focusing on, okay? Is it foretelling a business career? Did the paragraph talk about just how you're going to become a business career and be successful in it? And everything about this paragraph was about business. Is it talking about a table full of objects? Is everything about this table specifically talking about just the objects? Or are they talking about how people choose these objects and what these objects mean? The Korean celebration of toy, or what it means to pick a string. Does it focus on what it means to pick a string? One thing for sure, it does not focus on foretelling a business career. This entire passage is not just about a business career. It does not focus on what it means to pick a string. This entire passage is not just about what it means to pick a string, okay? So now we need to look at our last two choices. Go back up in your passage and support it, okay? All right. Number 3. Which phrase best reflects the writer's point of view? So how does the writer feel about this? Is the writer really outraged? Is the writer angry about the passage? Is the writer very hopeful? Is he wishing? Or is the writer very opinionated, which means he has a lot of thoughts about the passage? Okay, so one thing we can rule out is the writer is not angry. Nothing about this passage suggests that he's angry. He doesn't talk about that's this. That's not his tone, okay? So now we need to look for, is he wishing or is he opinionated? Is he thinking about this and is he putting his thoughts into this passage, okay? And lastly, which of these sentences is most likely true? The children don't really understand what they are doing. The children always pick the string. The children don't like the soup. The children always predict their future correctly. One thing we can automatically rule out is that the children always pick the string. I doubt that, okay? There's so many objects on there that every child does not pick the string, okay? So then you get to ask yourself, Do every child that say picks something that represents business, do they have a business career? Do they know what they're doing at 1 year old? Did you know what you were doing? And do they even talk about the children eating soup? They say that they have a soup, but do they talk about how the kids feel about the soup? Okay. And I know for sure they do not. So we're going to go ahead and mark out C. So your two answer choices are going to be A or D. Okay. Now, one thing I want us to understand is that, once again, this represents different cultures. We may not understand it. We may not get it. We may do something completely different, but it doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make us right, and vice versa. We have to learn to respect everybody's culture and learn from it. Honestly, it's still a celebration of someone's first birthday, and that is the importance about it all, okay? If you have any questions, once again, you can call me or text me 256-513-8064. Email me rheardhixon.rheshva@gmail.com. And guys, don't forget, packages are due Monday. All right, bye.